Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. This is Misfit.
I'm Cal.
And we are here to talk about Stage 4, Week 5, Wednesday. We are in the final week of the regular season of the Overwatch League. Can't really imagine it, the time just flew by in this league, and it's been really fun. And to all you guys that are new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit a like, hit a subscribe, join us. We talk about Overwatch League about 5 days a week. Give you all kinds of information. We want you guys to join in the conversation. All you guys that have been coming in, thanks a lot. And let's get to it. So, last week of the regular season, we have a string. It's really hard to talk about the schedule on Wednesday because there's really not much going on.
Really, the only game that's got any impact on playoffs is kind of a few games, but the big one kind of is the first game. The Gladiators going against Shanghai. They're in. They lock up a playoff spot, guaranteed.
I don't think that's going to be too hard for them.
Right. And they can pick up some more maps, so it could be big. If they can 4-0, they're going to put themselves in good position. Yeah,
because if they 4-0, they can move up or down, and depending on like teams like Boston who are not playing well, whatever happens between Philadelphia, Houston, and Seoul, they can move their position up or down depending on what they do, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to come out and wreck the Dragons and call it a day.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you guys know who we're going to pick. There's no need to discuss that part of it. But yeah, the map portion, definitely, they need a 4-0. They're going to be in anyway, and I don't really think it matters where they are because they're playing that well right now. Personally, Fissure is insane. I mean, we don't even have to go over any logistics in this.
Who you got in your sights on this one?
In my sights, I'm going to watch Fissure. I just want to watch him wreck people.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, is he going to be able to add or performance that's just going to add on to his resume for his MVP candidacy?
Yeah. Maybe he'll just play, just play Reinhardt the whole match. Just to be nice to Shanghai. I'll just play Reinhardt even on maps where he doesn't matter. I'll still beat your ass. And I'm going to...
anyone worth watching on Shanghai?
They're DPS. Addo and Dia. They're going to be good as a combo, not this year, if they figure out how to get people around them. I want to watch them. Both of them go off in some kind of solo queue dude, like crazy mode at one point in the match. And it's kind of fun to watch.
Sure. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they're really the only ones worth watching.
Yeah. I mean, you can watch Gaguri, but she has no backing or support behind her. And it's just, she does a lot of cool stuff.
She just can't have an impact because she's always, like, she's dying too much, or, like, she has to
play really passively.
Yeah, because she's not going to get the support she needs.
No, because their supports they're fucking garbage. So, let's move on to a match that has a little something. Let's talk about the Valiant and the Shock for a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't make a big deal, like the overall playoffs, but, there's still stage playoffs going on, and I want to see what San Francisco can do against a really good team.
San Francisco.
What's that?
Yeah, this is a big match for San Francisco.
Oh yeah,
they need to win this game, and they need to try and get maps. But if they don't win, then they're totally out of the stage playoffs. They can kiss that goodbye.
Yeah.
But if they do win, they can set themselves up for potentially making the stage playoffs. So
yeah,
for them,
and I think it's a big match for them to move them forward as a good team for next year. To show, hey, look, we got all these guys in now. This is our team, and we just beat, the second best team in the league. I think that's very important for them. And for the Valiant, it's it's a good warm up for them for the playoffs.
Because they're playing a hungry team.
Yeah.
They are. Then also, I feel like they really want to play this game well because they want to go 10-0 in this stage.
Oh, definitely. They want to show people like us initially that were like, I don't know what these guys are. They're playing Shanghai. They're beating bad teams. And now they're They're just going to try and run the table. They look like they can do it. And they're going to look better than Boston doing it, in my opinion. Because
right, well, because they're not... most of their wins, it wasn't like Boston, where they were winning, like, up at the very last second.
Yeah,
like,
map 5, kind of...
They're asserting their dominance.
Yeah, exactly. They're winning like 3-1, 4-0. They're not taking it to 5 and, Striker, or their equivalent of who would Striker be, he takes over the overtime match and absolutely destroys the other team so they win. They're doing that before they even get anywhere near overtime. New York match not included in that, but...
But that's an exception.
Yeah. For many different reasons.
It was going to be a hard-fought map no matter... that was going to be a hard-fought match no matter what.
So, who do you like in this?
I want the Shock to win this game. I do think that the Valiant are going to come out on top. I think they have the slight edge, and that edge, while San Francisco has really good DPS, I think it's the other thing, it's the trenches, it's the tanks, and the supports. I think Valiant have a slight edge on both of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not huge, but it's just enough, especially because it's both of them, that it's going to push them over.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. DPS, I almost lean towards a Shock right now, but the rest of the team... Fate and Space are playing phenomenally. Custa and Kareev are a tick better than Sleepy and Moth, and I think it's just going to take them to the end. And like you said, they want to win. They want to go 10-0 and show everybody who's boss. So I got to go with the Valiant. Okay. No, but the Valiant, they also want to show everybody that they belong in the playoffs, because I think a lot of people are kind of iffy about them. And I think they're going to try and beat the Shock. I think they're going to go 3-1 on them. Maybe the last map matters.
Actually going to 5.
I think I could go 5. This one could go 5. So let's go in your sights. Who you got for the Shock?
I'm actually going to say I'm going to be watching their tanks, because I think that's going to make the biggest difference. If those guys can play really well, that is their best shot at winning.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they're playing, like Choi Hyobin and Super are playing really well. I'm going to see if they can get up to the level of Fate and Space, who are playing beyond well. It's going to be really interesting to watch, especially with the map pool that they got. They got a lot of maps where they're going to have to switch up. Like Kings Row, Lijiang, and Dorado. And Hanamura, I guess. So we're going to see how their hero pool is and how well they can handle switching and doing stuff like that instead of just running dive.
I think that's going to be a big thing to look for them.
Because they're really good at dive. They're decent enough in the meta where they don't have to run dive. And I think a lot of that's their DPS. With Architect and Baby Bay, or Architect and Sinatra, the way they're running it, I think those guys are carrying them in the non-dive maps. And Krusty is a smart coach, and he's just kind of letting it roll. Like, all right, these guys are carrying us in these. I know how to run really good coordinated dive stuff. I'll put these guys in, and they just can hard carry, and maybe 2 maps in a set, and then we can run our normal stuff.
I think those guys are going to be absolutely huge for this. So, who do you got for the Valiant?
Valiant, I'm going to watch Agilities again. I'm sorry, he's just playing at such a high level, and he can...
I was thinking as well.
Yeah, to neutralize, Architect and whoever else are running, because they've been running Architect all the time. And his hero pool is getting up there with Libero. Skill-wise, he's not quite at that level, but, he keeps going. He's going to be in that conversation.
Absolutely.
Him and Hydration are and Libero are the 3, Swiss Army knife guys, and I love watching that, just to see what they do.
Right.
And who's he going to pull out, and him and Hydration aren't afraid to pull out guys like Doomfist, or pull out a different character that they run, when they play in ladder, they play really well, and it's usually effective too, and it's just fun to watch.
It really is. Yeah, I'm very excited to watch him, and I think I'm almost because the stakes are getting higher every single game that they're playing now, and I want to see how he especially reacts to that.
The pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're a little bit better at the pressure than I kind of was giving them credit for, and I think other people do. They kind of are just, they got that Manny Ramirez kind of, they don't even pay attention to it. You know, it could be Game 7 of the World. You know, it's like Game 7 of the World Series. It's like, whatever. They don't get like tense like some of the other teams do, like Houston, or you know, you don't feel that, not choking, but that negative vibe. They're just kind of, they're just playing like it's a. And he's
totally
one that,
right there with you on that.
And he's one of the guys that's like kind of leading that. You know what I mean? Kind of the. Okay, I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to do my stuff, and we'll see what happens.
So let's move on to the last match of the day, which doesn't have, I mean, I guess because it has Seoul, it does have some regular playoff implications, but I feel like this is more...
this is more about Dallas.
For Dallas trying to make the stage playoffs.
And I really want them to. I'm actually rooting for Dallas at this point, because it's good to see them, like, actually come back into the mix. You know, the negativity and all the weird bullshit that was going on is kind of behind them, and they're just playing Overwatch, and they're playing at a good level. It's really fun to see. I think the changes that they made, some by choice, some not by choice, have really paid off.
They're like a completely different team at this point, but at the same point they're not, which makes it that much more intriguing. Is like all they've done is just have they have a core lineup now, and they're just playing those guys regardless.
Yeah.
And I think that's really made a huge difference for them. They're not always. It's like what we talked about with London, where they're not always looking over their shoulder. It's like, oh, are they going to put in AKM now? Oh, are they going to put in? Are they going to take Seagull out and put in God knows who else?
Gonna find some kid in the fucking audience, throw him in there.
Right, exactly. But then at the same point, like this match, this is huge for Seoul, because if they lose this, they are fucked, and they are out of the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a tough match to pick, because Seoul's desperate. Dallas is just playing really well.
Dallas is rolling. I mean, they're not quite rolling, but they're feeling very confident, and I feel like that pressure, like Seoul, when the pressure gets put on them,
they're not
that
good.
is just when it seems to crumble for them, and that's why I'm really honestly leaning more towards Dallas, because the Seoul has not proven that they can get it done up to this point, so I can't feel comfortable thinking that they're going to get it done this time.
No, and I feel the same way. In every stage in the season, when the pressure's put on them, they don't do shit. And it's not even like they choke. It's like they don't even show up, period. They get absolutely steamrolled in these matches when they actually matter.
It's almost like they show up and like they didn't prepare at all. Like they're like, oh, I got this big test, but whatever. I got time to study, and like I'm confident. I know how it is. I know how it's gonna go. And then like 5 minutes before they show up, they're like, oh my god, I should have studied. Why did we not study? What was I doing?
Yeah, they look at the first question and they're like, what the fuck is going on with this thing?
Yeah, like, wait, what is this? Yeah. What class is this?
This is called Overwatch without dive. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, so I just don't even know what to feel about Seoul, but I'm it's Dallas, and I think they're gonna win this.
Yeah, so do I. I'm leaning towards Dallas, and I'm gonna pull out the Wayback Machine to the first match of the season. Dallas played their best match that we saw probably for 3 months in that match against them, and they lost. I think that's still in some of those guys' head, and I think they want to just end this part of the season. Everybody's watching. Seoul was like supposed to be the dominant team. They can knock them out of the playoffs, and I know some of those guys on that team want to just fucking stick it to them. So
I love to do that.
Yeah, because you can just tell that was one of the games where everyone was like, okay, they're okay, but they didn't look good, and that was when the whole Dallas hate train started. They're looking to kick their ass, in my opinion, and
for sure.
I'm actually pecking them in this too. So,
who you got in your sights?
in my sights, Dallas. I am gonna go with. I want to watch OGE. I'm all about tanks today. I'm sorry, guys. I switch it up like every 5 minutes. It's either tanks or supports. But I want to see OGE. He's quietly becoming one of the better tanks in the league, like main tanks.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. I think for me, I think that's a good thing. But I'm going to be watching Taimu.
Oh, yeah. Taimu.
I think the potential game for him to just go off.
Yeah. And believe me, he'd like to stick to Fleta.
I think that's going to be a huge motivator for him. He's pretty much found his mojo again, and he's started to look a lot like the old Taimu, and we might get a vintage performance out of him in this game.
Oh, I agree with that. Who do you got for Seoul?
I don't even know anymore. I guess...
Just watch their DPS, I guess. That's what I'm going to say. Watch Fleta. Watch him.
Fleta's always fun to watch.
Watch him, like, he has that, like, no emotion face all the time. Whether he's happy, whether he's sad.
He's got Corey Kluber.
Yeah. He's like Klubot.
Yeah.
Fletabot.
Fletbot.
Yeah, Fletbot. Fucking, he'll have a moment where he just, like, rips, like, about a 4 kill here or there somewhere. I know he will. That's who I'm going to watch. Because the rest of the team, I get totally disgusted and lose my mind watching them.
Like, that's why I have to agree. Like, I can't, because I don't want to have to watch them.
Well, and the thing is, it's like, it's worse than watching my team who's bad. It's like...
And you know it. Whereas, like, Seoul is that team where you're just like, you should be so much better than you are. It's like, at this point, they're like how we felt about Dallas the last 3 stages.
Yeah. They totally, like, flip spots. Where you're talking positively about Dallas and what they're doing, and Seoul is the joke, really, at this point.
Absolutely.
And you're going, you have, like, the best talent from Korea, allegedly. You can't even get into a stage playoff all season, and now you're 1 loss away from being out of the whole thing. Unless they've been sandbagging the whole season and they're just going to turn it on.
There's no fucking way. At this point,
that was the biggest bad joke I've ever made, I think.
Oh, God.
Seoul sandbagging. There's your clickbait. Totally gonna do that.
The title of this video.
Seoul's been sandbagging since stage 1. Alright, guys, that's gonna do it for our Wednesday show. Thanks a lot for joining us, and don't forget to hit a like, hit a subscribe. Join us on social media. All the links are down below, and as always, thanks a lot for all your support, all your likes, all the subscribes, all the comments that you've made down below. We will talk to you guys on Thursday, which is going to be a big day, so get ready, because that could be the day that we know all of the playoffs for the finals with the Houston-Philly match going. We're going to get you ready for that, and we will talk to you later.